Hey all, welcome back to my channel Hayatati. In the previous video, we have clearly seen how to understand the data when it comes to multiple linear regression based problems in our house price prediction data set. So in this steps, we are going to see in this particular video, we are going to see about the next further steps that we need to take to complete the entire multiple linear regression based projects. So without any delay, let's get started. So till now, what we have done is we have seen how these columns work, all these 81 columns work, and we have seen how to print and see the number of rows and columns and everything. Next to that, we are going to see so many important steps. The next step is checking my missing values in the given data. So for doing that, what you have to do is you need to give data.isnl.sum dot short values of ascending is equal to false. It will be printing all my null values in a descending order because we do not have any function for descending. That is why we are giving ascending is equal to false. In this particular output, the one common problem that we are facing right now is in this given data set, there are 81 columns. But see, we can't see all the 81 columns. Then how I can understand and figure out which columns have null values? So for understanding that and seeing which columns have null values, what I have to do is I need to give data.isnull.sum, then open and close a square bracket, inside which you need to give data.isnull.sum, then you should be giving greater than 0. So whenever you see a column which has more than 0 null values, even if it has one null value, then print and show me like this. Now you can see all the columns that have null values very clearly. This is the purpose of changing the syntax like this instead of giving this one. Specifically, when you do have so many columns, the number of columns is more. Now, let's get into the important part. In my given data set, what are all the important columns that could contribute towards predicting the sales price? Now, as we are a beginner, we need not work with every single column when we are understanding the project. So, for this case study, what we are doing is we are particularly taking these four important columns which could contribute more towards the target column sales price. So for that, we are taking four different columns. GR live area means it is all about the ground living area. So it is more about total living area about the ground. Then bedroom ABB GR means number of bedrooms above the ground area. Then full bath means number of full bathrooms above the ground area. Garage cars means number of garage car spaces. Now, I am defining all these columns inside a particular variable name features and then I'm calling them inside X variable. Followed by that, inside Y, I am giving data of sales price, which is something that I'm going to predict. Now, let's try to understand which column in these four columns, which column is contributing more towards the target column or which particular column is influencing my changes in the target column sales price. So for that, what you will be doing is you will be creating heat map like this. First, you should give lot dot figure. Then you will be giving SNS dot heat map of data of features plus sales price, which means I'm calling all these columns. Then particularly I'm calling the target column sales price to and then I'm giving dot CORR for creating this correlation values and printing them inside this heat map. Then I'm giving a not is equal to true. So it will be showing all my values clearly like this. Then I'm giving plot dot title is equal to given title, the title that I need that I'm expecting on this top. Then I'll be giving plot dot show. So after I give plot dot show, the chart will be created like this when you run this cell. This is the important part of this project actually. Why and how? Let's see. We should clearly understand how this heat map works. Let me give you clarity on that. In this particular project, which is my target column, sales price is my target column, isn't it? So the remaining columns are considered as features. Now I am going to check and evaluate which particular column is going to contribute a lot towards my target column, which is contributing a lot, or which particular feature is contributing a lot, or which is influencing my particular target column. So for this, what I am doing here, I am creating this chart. Now let me explain how this works. This is my target column, sales price, right? So for GR live area, ground above living area, see the value, it's 0.71, which is close to 1, which means it has high correlationship. Then when we check for bedroom above ground area, it is around 0.17. So the correlation is quite less towards my sales price. Then full bathrooms. So bathrooms has more correlation compared to bedrooms. It has 0.56. So people are giving more preference to more ground space, the ground living area, the living area above ground, and then the full bathrooms. And then they are giving more importance towards garage cars too. That is why we have 0.64. So the first contribution towards sales price is GR live area, which means the living area above ground. The second important feature is garage cars. The third important feature is full bathrooms. The fourth important feature is bedrooms, that is above ground area. So this is how these columns or these features are influencing my particular target column, sales price. This is how you need to understand this particular key. After understanding this, I am going to give you a task. Now, what is the task? So here you need to write it in a way. This is my target column. Under this, you will be giving the target column. Features, then you will be giving the features. Followed by that, based on what I said and what you got as a clarity, why living area is influencing a lot when it comes to my target column sales price. Next to that, why garage cars are influencing my target column. Likewise, your ideology. And then go to ChatGPT or Google and it will be giving you some suggestions. Learn from that. This is how you need to actually work in a project. This is how you need to take an insight. So take that insight, understand it, and then note it down. So this is your task for this day. Important task. Next to which you will be training your model and testing your model with testing size of 0.2. So 20% data is used for testing. Next to that, I am building a model, linear regression. I am giving multiple linear regression because we are giving linear regression. When I use multiple features, it is considered as multiple linear regression. Followed by that, for just printing and seeing my coefficients and intercepts, I am giving this part. Finally, for making predictions using a particular value, I am giving this making predictions. And at the last, I'm giving evaluating part, right? This is the important part here. These two values are just for checking and analyzing it. But here, when it comes to evaluating models performance, this is the important part of this project. So what you will be doing here? First, MSE value, RMSE value, then R squared value. Here, MSE and RMSE is about error. R square is about accuracy. So when I see these values, my RMSE value is around 47996. It is actually having a little bit more error than usual. But when I see my R square score, it is 0.699. It is actually a good R square score. So what happens here is, while I am just choosing 4 columns about predicting my target column, it is not enough for my model. That is why I am not getting a good error rate. It is actually, error is quite high, right? So for reducing that, what you have to do is, this is task 2. Instead of just taking these 4 columns, you could try using another columns. But before using that column, you should confirm if it has null values or not. For these 4 features, it doesn't have any null values. If you are using any features that have null values in it, you already know very clearly how to treat null values if you are following my playlist. If you didn't watch the video where I taught you how to treat null values, just check in the playlist. I've clearly mentioned on the thumbnail how to treat null values. Watch the video, come back and then try with another features, and if it has null values, make sure you treat them and then you proceed with the another step. So the second step is you should try with another features too. So now if you try with another features, for sure the R-square score will increase and RMSE value will decrease. So this is the task for the day. So consider it as real course. Do not get distracted. Do not think it is not important, so we can do it later. Never do that mistake. That's when you will start getting distracted. So stay focused. And finally, to figure it out if my model is actually good or not, I'm just plotting a graph like this, a simple scatter plot. So it shows me the difference between actual price and predicted values. So see, this plot is showing me it's almost a straight line. So it says that my predicted values are almost close to actual price. That's why we got 0.7 as my R square value. 0.69 is almost close. 0.7, right? That's why. So these values, R square score, if it has 0.5, it says my model is weak. If it's 0.6, it's just okay. If it is 0.7, it says the model is already good. If it is 0.8, the model is performing very good. If it is 0.9 or plus, it says my model is performing excellent. So this is how you measure the accuracy of your model. I believe that you really got a clarity about how to do a complete machine learning project. And if you have any doubts, without hesitation, drop them in comments. Make sure alongside this you could also search for Kaggle datasets, work alongside with these datasets that I am giving. So you'll definitely master AI ML one day. At the end of this course, you'll definitely have a clarity more than just purchasing a costly AI course. So bye for now. We'll meet you in next amazing video.